Topping today's news, today is Emancipation Day in the Bahamas as we celebrate the end of slavery nearly 200 years ago. A young male shot and killed while at a local eatery on East Street. The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources launched the Agrarian Awards 2025, and a member of Parliament for Fox Hill encouraging Junkanoo communities to support the emancipation rush at Fox Hill. This is your JCN Evening News. I'm Jcn. Thank you so much for joining us. Today is Emancipation Day, which commemorates the anniversary of the Slavery Abolition Act of 1833, coming into force on the 1st of August in 1834. But the people of Fox Hill, living on the outskirts of the main city, they didn't get the news until a whole week later. While the Emancipation Act of 1833 abolished slavery in 1834, it also introduced an apprenticeship system that required former slaves to continue working for their former owners. That system was abolished on August 1st, 1838, granting full freedom to all former slaves. Meanwhile, shots rang out after 5 p.m. yesterday in the East Street Sunlight College area near a popular food takeaway, claiming the life of a young male believed to be in his mid to early 20s, injuring another man and a female employee at that restaurant. Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Sharia King was at the scene and shared the following details.
Two males, customers of an establishment on East Street, was purchasing items from that establishment when a small Japanese vehicle pulled up. Two male occupants exited that vehicle and discharged gunshots in the direction of those two male customers, fatally wounding one, and the second was transported to hospital with injuries. Both of these males are in their early 20s to mid-20s, and we would also like to confirm that there was a third victim, a female employee of that establishment, who was also injured and transported to hospital.
Reports say the second male victim and the female employee are both now in stable condition in hospital. This is now the 51st murder in country, a vast majority of those murders committed with illegal firearms. On Thursday, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources announced the launch of the annual Agrarian Awards set for October 18th at Atlantis, and it will recognize top achievements in farming and fishing over the past year. The Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Jomo Campbell, officially launching the event.
Across the length and breadth of the Bahamas, from our capital city to the smallest family island, our farmers have been innovating with purpose, producing with passion, and planting not just with their hands, but with their hearts. Today, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, in partnership with ADO, proudly launches the 2025 Agrarian Awards under the theme, Planting with Heart and Soil. This theme is both a call to action and a celebration. It reminds us that sustainable agriculture is not simply about new technology or modern equipment, although those are important. It is also about how we care for our land, how we feed our people, how we build self-reliant communities, and how we ensure that agriculture is not a sector of the past, but a force for the future.
The upcoming Agrarian Awards will not only recognize adults, but the youth who are in farming and fishing as well. Valentino Monroe, acting chairman at the Bahamas Agricultural Marine Science Institute, praised the initiative, especially its focus on encouraging the next generation of farmers and fishers.
Agrarian Award by proudly sponsoring this Prime Minister's Youth Award. At BAMSI, our mission is rooted in cultivating a new generation of agricultural leaders, young men and women who are not only passionate about food security, but also equipped with the knowledge, skills, and innovation to transform the sector. That's why this award matters deeply to us. The Prime Minister's Youth Award recognizes excellence, vision, and dedication in young people who are blazing a trail in farming, agribusiness, and sustainable development. These are the future food champions of the Bahamas.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is calling on all Bahamians to join the efforts to grow the nation through agriculture and fishing. With the official start of the academic year about 4 weeks away, the Minister of Education, Glenys Hannah Martin, outlined in her budget communication in June a number of measures that will be put into place, including security cards. As she headed into the Parliament on Wednesday, she was asked to give an update on the progress.
Yes, yep. We have brought a special focus to enhance security on campuses. Every year it's evolving. The more foolishness we see, the more we have to really refine what we're doing. And so we're going, hopefully in September, into a very strict environment, which would include student identification. We're working with the Department of Information Technology and the Ministry of Finance for the production of these cards, which will be digitally checked and verified to allow students access onto the campus. We've also made a determination that when someone comes for a parent-teacher conference or anything of that nature, that parent will be escorted on the campus into the space where they seek to go to ensure there's no issue along the way.
The Ministry of Education is continuously revising, improving, and creating greater, stronger measures, according to the Minister, Minister Hannah Martin. She says, come September, a former Assistant Superintendent of Police will be put in charge of school security.
Advice from the Ministry of Finance. Now the cards have to be created, how that part will roll out. But we have an EMIS, which is an Education Management Information System, which has the name of all students, what schools they're in, what grades they're in, and all of their basic details, date of birth, etc. So that component is not complicated because the data is there. I think the main issue now is determining how this card will be created in a secure way so it cannot be duplicated.
The government aims to provide students, teachers, and parents with a greater sense of peace of mind as the new academic year approaches with the implementation of these new security measures. And finally, in this segment, today marks the beginning of open season for lobster, or crawfish as we call them here in the Bahamas. To begin the season, local fisherman Gregory Brown told Jcn that the crawfish season is one of the biggest import and export businesses in the Bahamas, allowing many fishermen an opportunity to make a good living, which is why the season is so important for Bahamian fishermen.
The market is closed right now, so our market is open. To other places like Europe, other places like that where crawfish sells a lot, especially our main lobsters.
Okay, so you mentioned the fact that you export the crawfish, lobsters, etc. How often does that occur?
Well, you know, all fishing, we have a few fishing houses around here, like Paradise Fisheries.
Mr. Brown shared a few details on how often they export lobster to various food stores, hotels, restaurants, and resorts, both locally and internationally.
We got a few fishing houses around here with export a lot of crawfish. BSF is number one. That's one of the biggest exports in the country. Island Wholesale on Glasgow Road. They export a lot of crawfish. Places like that.
So can you just describe the overall feeling that you or other fishermen would have considering the start of the season? How has the energy been today?
Well, basically, you know, everybody take a voice this morning.
He concludes by sharing the overall feeling that he and other fishermen have at the start of this 2025 season.
So it's just Right now, they want to find out exactly where the crawfish is located, and then they'll run to that destination to get as much as they can get.
Okay, my last question is, you said it's like a voyage to get these crawfish. So describe what that process is like. How long does it take, etc.?
Basically, it's like this. You know, you go on the Southern Island, you go on the back of Andres.
Mr. Brown said that last year was one of the most successful crawfish seasons for him, fishing on the grounds between Abaco and the Berry Islands. The market price to begin the season is about $17 per pound, which is good. It can sometimes rise as high as $25 per pound for the lobster. Those are the lobster tails. The Bahamas lobster industry is said to be worth some $90 million and employs approximately 9,000 Bahamians. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.